Azure Stack in 5-minute series, security and compliance. In this session, we will talk about Azure Stack security layers, the approach, infrastructure security, tenant security and access control, and Azure Stack compliance. Azure Stack enforces a strict layering of security. At the core, there are two layers, infrastructure and tenant workloads. Infrastructure comprises of the hardware and the software that makes up Azure Stack system. Tenant workload security deals with ability for the end users to create, deploy, manage the resources that they want to consume. Azure Stack security is designed with two broad set of approaches. Assume breach. Starting with an assumption that the system has already been breached, the focus is on detecting and limiting the impact of the breaches. Because Azure Stack is delivered as an integrated system of hardware and software, Microsoft ensures that the default configuration is hardened and secured by default. Azure Stack as an integrated system comes with a locked down infrastructure. Only the approved software from Microsoft and approved OEM vendors can run in the infrastructure layer of Azure Stack. Network access controls and least privileged accounts at various levels and layers prevent unnecessary access between infrastructure components. Azure Stack provides a constrained access experience for the cloud operator and the data center administrators. Through predefined endpoints that are very specific, there are no domain accounts that gives access to everything. For low-end operations, administrators can perform those through privileged endpoints that are accessible from specific workstation. Azure Stack infrastructure is completely sealed from both security standpoint and a network standpoint. There is no way for an unauthorized user to get into the system. All the data used by the infrastructure is stored with BitLocker encryption. Infrastructure components communicate with each other through TLS 1.2 protected encryption. Azure Stack uses strong authentication between the infrastructure components. The secrets used are automatically rotated. Various Windows 2016 security features such as Credential Guard, Device Guard, and Windows Defender are enabled by default. These helps prevent from attacks such as hashpass and malware. All the operations are centrally logged and used for auditing purposes. These can be attached by external monitoring and intrusion detection systems. Now that we have seen the security for the infrastructure provided by Microsoft, let us take a quick overview of the security features available for the tenant workloads. Tenant end users can create, deploy, and manage their resources through various tools such as Portal, Command Line, Integrated Visual Studio. They can use their organizational user accounts, apps, and if they belong to a user group, which allows access to those resources. These resources are protected by Azure Resource Manager with integration to an Azure Active Directory or Active Directory Federation services in on-premise. Azure Resource Manager provides role-based access control to various tenant resources that are provided through various resource providers such as storage, compute, network, and so on in conjunction with a tenant subscription and resource groups. This layer of security and features defines how an end user interacts with Azure Stack as a cloud platform. Azure Stack, like Azure, comes with various security features that allows tenant workloads to be protected and consumed in a secured way. In a system like Azure Stack, the responsibility for securing and protecting the resources lies with the cloud consumer. Depending on the service consumed, such as IaaS, PaaS, or SaaS, various levels of controls are provided by the platform for the cloud customer. Based on some of the referenced articles, Microsoft is driving Azure Stack compliance through various activities, such as threat modeling, third-party penetration testing, having a state-of-the-art updating and servicing story, and helping customers to get regulatory compliance. Microsoft defines and delivers a compliant infrastructure, but many of the regulatory compliances such as PCI and CCM involves people and process and thus requires the customer to do the certifications. Based on the referenced article, Microsoft started process to certify Azure Stack for common criteria. While Microsoft cannot directly certify PCI DSS and CCM, they seem to be working to reduce the paperwork by formally validating that Azure Stack meets the applicable controls. In this Azure Stack in 5 minutes and a bit more session, we saw Azure Stack security in terms of the security approach used by Azure Stack, the infrastructure security, tenant security and access control, and Azure Stack compliance. Thank you.